everybody, this is NQ Productions here, and welcome back to another episode of NQ Archives. It's been a little while since the last episode, and every time I've done an episode of NQ Archives so far, I've always done a positive critique.
I'm honestly gonna give this video a score of 8 out of 10.
But for today's video, it's going to be a negative critique, which I think is going to be a really fun video to make since I'm critiquing my own stuff. So the video we're talking about today is actually the very first video that I made under the name NQ Productions. Well, actually that's not true because I was under the name Animation Review at the time, but I was making the same kind of content as I do now. Anyways, the video we're talking about today is my original countdown on the top 10 worst animated movies. This video is awful. This is one of the worst videos I have ever made on this channel. But what makes it one of the worst videos I've ever made? Well, a lot of things actually. But first off, let's talk about my dialogue. Now the things that I say in the top 10 aren't awful, but I had way too many voice cracks in this video, to the point where it looked like that I was a level 1 YouTuber. It also sounded like I did my recordings on the first take, and I didn't even try to re-record any of my lines. Also, the editing in this film was pretty bad. There's some moments of awkward silence, there's portions of the video that are missing, but one of the worst things I did in this video when it comes to the editing was this. Whenever I moved on to the next movie on the list, I would show footage of the movie that was next on the list, which would basically be a spoiler to the list, but I would add this effect to make it very difficult to figure out what the next movie on the list was going to be. But if anyone's a master at Photoshop, they're gonna easily figure out what movie is next, thus ruining the list. It is easily one of the dumbest decisions I've ever made for a YouTube video. Speaking of decisions, let's talk about my actual choices for the top 10 worst animated films. So when I made this video back in 2018, my choices were as follows. Number 10 was the live-action Smurfs movie, number 9 was Despicable Me 3, number 8 was The Nut Job, number 7 was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, number 6 was Cargo, number 5 was Leo the Lion, which is my current worst animated movie, number 4 was The Emoji Movie, number 3 was Joshua and the Promised Land, number 2 was Food Fight, and number 1 at the time was Norm of the North. Now, some of the choices on my list do make sense. Like, obviously movies like Leo the Lion, Norm of the North, Food Fight, and The Emoji Movie all make sense since those have been on everyone else's list of the top 10 worst animated movies. But some choices I did just don't make any sense. For example, movies like Despicable Me and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 shouldn't be on this list. They're not good movies, but they're not on the same quality as movies like Food Fight and Norm of the North. And also, the live-action Smurfs movie shouldn't even be on the list, because in order for an animated movie to be an animated movie, at least 75% of the main characters of that movie have to be animated. And obviously the Smurfs' main characters aren't completely animated, so that's why the Smurfs shouldn't be on this list. So in conclusion, my original video on the top 10 worst animated movies is a bad video. There's a lot of things wrong with it. My dialogue is messy, I have voice cracks pretty much 24/7, my choices don't really make any sense, the editing in the video is pretty bad, and in general, this is just a really bad video. I actually almost deleted this video at one point because of how bad it was, but I kept it up on the channel for old time's sake. So for my final score on this video, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. There's just so many things wrong with this video. The editing, my recordings, my voice, just everything about this video is bad. This is definitely one of those kind of videos that you should not watch. It's that bad. So those are my negative thoughts on my original top 10 worst animated films video. Did you agree with my opinions or not? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video, like and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next video. Toodles!